All right. Good morning, Doug.
Hey, morning, Robert. How
Cheers.
are you?
Excellent. Welcome back to another episode of First Off the Tee. My name is Robert, your host, co-hosted by my father. We call him Doug. His real name is Bob. If you don't know the story behind that, go watch episode number 2, I think it was.
2 or 3.
Episode 2 or 3. You know what? I'll put a link in the description to the episode where we talk about why we call you Doug. Because it is kind of a funny story. But let's jump into it. First off the tee.
Let's go for it.
First topic, PGA recap. Justin Thomas got it done.
No, awesome. JT, I didn't even know he was around. I didn't get to, we had a big weekend, a big party, a local party here. So I didn't get to see it. So I really saw nothing about the tournament. So whatever you know about it, you can tell me.
JT is a gamer. JT is a gamer. And that's a phrase that we use just between ourselves. A gamer in any sport is somebody who hustles, somebody who wants it.
Right.
Not somebody who just kind of floats around and he went after it, and I think he deserved every bit of the win this weekend.
Did you get to watch any of it?
I watched almost all of yesterday's round.
Oh, nice.
I had my iPad with me. I was dialed into FiOS and bringing it. I was at Dana's house. I was on the road. We just had it streaming because Koepka was up there.
Yeah, Brooksy was.
And Koepka being my favorite player, I'm like, I'm watching this. I'm watching every hole.
Anyway, your favorite player? Did you pick him? You didn't pick him.
I didn't. I by default pick Brooks every week.
Right. That's right. I think you talked about that.
If I pick other people, that's for fun. But I'm always rooting for Brooks.
Yeah, I agree.
Across the board.
Me too.
And Brooks was up there. I mean, he had the lead at one point at -12, but Justin Thomas wanted it. He if you look at his scorecard, 4 birdies on the front 9, 2 on the back. The most notable one on 16. If you get a chance to look at the shot,
really,
I'll see if I can put a link to this shot in the video description as well.
Wow, that's good, huh?
It was an awesome shot. He was, let's say, 60, maybe 75 yards away from the hole on his approach shot. Wedge, one hops the green. With a little bit of backspin, it stopped on a dime right next to the hole.
Oh wow!
It was a beautiful shot.
Nice.
And at this point, he was tied with Brooks. Brooks was in the group behind him. Brooks drove the ball, put it right in the same spot where Justin was. He was looking to do the same exact thing. One hop the green, but instead of backspin, it had some forward roll and kicked off and went down the hill. He ended up bogeying that hole. So it was
like a 2-shot swing, right?
So he's down 1. Maybe he had the lead then because he was down 1 going into 18. Then he double bogeyed 18.
Oh wow!
He had to birdie 18 to force a playoff, but he double bogeyed.
I kind of, because I saw the leaderboard a little bit, and I go, oh, he's up there. And then when I saw the final score, I go, he must have had a little bad hole. But you know what? He's coming back. He's off an injury. He talked about it a little bit, and good for him. It's good to see him. Because you know what he likes to do with these upcoming majors.
That's something about Brooks, and he said it before. Like, he doesn't get amped up if the field is weak. If it's just a run-of-the-mill, weekend tournament and the field isn't stacked, he doesn't get pumped up.
Yeah.
The majors, he's right there. He's focused and he's ready to go. And this week's field was stacked.
It's the World Golf
Classic.
Because it's kind of like it's a bigger event. More people. There was 18 of the top 20 or something?
No, even more. It was like 44 of the top 50 golfers were playing this weekend.
Right. First going into the major. Hey, I just want you to make sure you mention, Phil Mickelson was right there, dude.
He finished.
He's tied second.
He finished for -10, yeah.
So I was hoping he was going to shut you up because we had a little discussion on that last one. But who did we really pick? I think I picked...
I picked Rory.
You picked Rory, yes.
He missed the cut.
Right.
And I picked Schauffele.
Right.
Also,
right.
I think he missed the cut.
And I think I went Jordan and Phil. No, Jordan and
Spieth finished -4.
Yep.
Who did you pick? I forget.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go back. Because if I won, I would have said yeah.
Hey, Schauffele didn't miss the cut. He was -9.
Yeah,
he was right there.
Yeah. Not bad.
Huh. All right. So anyway, congrats to Justin Thomas. He was a gamer this
Class
weekend.
guy too. I
mean,
he's good.
He wanted it, and I was happy that he won.
They talk about
even though he beat my guy.
All these guys are driven to win. You don't. We see them on TV. We don't really know their what drives them. But if you're at that level, you know what you want to do. But he's the quiet guy that just wants to kick your ass. He's not. That's from what I hear.
Yeah.
Great guy, and they were talking about him just from a pure golf perspective. And if you want to emulate somebody, try to emulate him and have a short game like him, and i.e. where you just wedge that's where he excels. He's not this big bomber. Oh, I picked DeChambeau. Remember I said DeChambeau was gonna rock it. And,
he was right next to Spieth with my
yeah. So they knew they were on my team, but they were just working together.
It's actually funny that Brooks and JT were neck and neck because we played golf with our cousin Joe Gill on Thursday. And we were talking about Brooks and Justin Thomas.
Yeah.
Joe, we want to do a swing analysis for Joe Gill.
Right. We have one.
And I said, "Hey Joe, who do you want to emulate?" I said, "I picked Justin Rose for my swing analysis." He goes, "Give me Koepka," and I was like, "All right, we could do a Koepka swing analysis, but you don't look like Koepka. Not that you have to, but the point I'm trying to make is, and what I said on Thursday is." You might as well go with someone like Justin Thomas, who has a smaller frame, not as muscle bound, because his swing mechanics are something that you can try and replicate. To try and do what Brooks does with the golf ball, it's just not possible. You don't have that mass that he has. Same with DeChambeau, these guys that are just launching the ball with pure muscle.
Yeah, that's crazy. And emulating a swing analysis is contrary to our buddy Harvey, who says, everybody has their own personal swing, and he tries to bring that out. So let me see what you're doing, and then I'll try to do it. But it's always a good place to start, right? I mean, of course, Joe's been playing for many years also, and so I'd like to see that too. Let's see, because he was saying he didn't not necessarily meet Brooks, but saw him at a tournament, was 4 or 5 feet away, had a lot of pictures taken with him. So maybe he didn't meet him, but
well, he was blown away by how just massive the guy was. So I said, Joe, I don't know.
Yeah.
I said, let's try and do JT. So it was just kind of funny that JT and Brooks were cool. Neck and neck.
So just a quick note about you and Joe. You're my proteges, right? So
tell the story.
So Joey, growing up, I taught him how to drive a car and whatnot, and and I said, why don't you play golf? And got him to play golf, so he wound up playing on his high school team. And then soon after that, we'd go out and he'd kick my ass. I'm like, damn, this sucks. Teach somebody how to play, and then he beats me. So then along comes you, right? So I'm not teaching you how to play, and we actually went out last week. Or we got
Thursday.
Thursday. And what did we
Flanders.
get?
We got 9 holes in.
Just the 9.
The gold course.
Yeah, great course, right? We walked it up, and what happened on there? Who won?
I came home with the victory. 8 points. I think Joey had 7 points.
Yeah.
You came in with 5 points.
Yes.
You were off. 5 points is not good for 9.
Yeah.
I was pissed though because I've made it very known my goal this season is to score 18 points through 18 holes. We only got to play 9 holes. I had 8 points through 8 holes.
Right.
All I had to do was bogey 9, and I 3-putted. I 3-putted.
But so you wound up winning. So congrats to you.
Yep.
So it was good. I'm like, but I look back. I say, "Here's my 2 proteges. Good." And I looked at Joey. I go, "Hey Joey, how does it feel to get beaten by the little protege?" He's like, "Rrr." I go, "You see how I felt?" But now I'm past that.
It was fun.
I'm happy for these guys playing and just enjoying the game. We go out there and have some fun. So cool.
We had a good time.
Good
8 minutes left on the set.
All right. Let's get through your.
Let's skip down to our next agenda item. Bernhard Langer. Do you know who he is?
Of course I know
Who's Bernhard Langer?
He's a pro golfer who's probably the most steady winning golfer ever. PGA Tour and European Tour. He's from Europe and always in the hunt. Now he's in the senior tour.
Yep.
He's like rocking it, winning it all the time.
Ranked number 1 on the senior tour.
Always there. He is like, if you want to emulate a golfer and be like it, Bernhard Langer is always there.
Well, this is why I bring up Bernhard Langer.
Why would you bring him? I'm like, why?
So I went to go visit your father yesterday, my grandpa.
Yes.
And I said, hey, Pop, you watching the golf? He goes, yeah, I just had it on. I said, who's your favorite golfer? I'm getting ready for him to say Tiger, McIlroy maybe.
Koepka, doesn't he call him Koepka?
He calls Koepka Koepka. He goes, that old German guy. I said, Pop, who? I said, I don't know of any old German guy. He goes, I can't think of his name. He's like, that old German guy, he's always up there. I said, Pop, there is no old German guy that's up.
You were thinking PGA Tour.
I was so befuddled because I'm thinking PGA Tour. I said, old German guy. So I literally typed into Google, old German golfer, and first thing comes up. I go, Pop, you talking about Bernhard Langer? He goes, that's the guy. He's my favorite. He's always up there. So it was just like this funny moment where he probably doesn't even know he's watching the senior tour.
Yeah.
He probably thinks that's like the PGA. He just likes to watch the golf.
He hasn't ever played. He was not a golfer. He didn't teach me anything about golf. He was a baseball player, right?
He just enjoys to watch sports. And golf.
Maybe we can do a little skit on maybe not golf, but Pop's baseball adventure.
That would be good. Pop played for the Boston Red Sox farm team back in the...
It was 1950, I think.
50s.
1949, 50, 51, those couple of years.
Cool. So it was just funny. I'm like, this old German guy, who? Yeah. Bernhard Langer.
So it's funny because you text me the agenda, and I go, what? Bernhard Langer? Okay, I have no idea what you're going to talk about, but cool. Good story. Like it.
Standing over the ball when putting. Something new that I'm trying recently this year. Something that you brought to my attention. You have this whole new routine that you've picked up when putting. You explained it on a recent episode. I haven't yet got to that routine where you set your line, you set your eyes first, then the putter, then your feet. I haven't got that done yet, but I have been focusing on bending over more and really stacking my eyes directly over the ball when putting. And what I've found is it very much helps me have a smoother stroke and strike the ball more
consistency, clean,
consistent. Yeah, I guess it's more of a consistent shot.
Yeah,
it almost feels like my arms just become a pendulum, and I don't know how to explain it, but when you stand upright, there's a lot more opportunity for error of bringing your arms up and down. When you're standing over the ball, it just seems to be very easy to just have a good, smooth stroke.
Of course, I mean, we're always standing over the ball. It's about at what level and what point. But, the old adage is, if you drop the ball from your nose, that would almost hit the ball or the line. And I think that's what you're talking about. You're getting over it. And that's basically what I'm doing. But it's not just your ball over the nose. Right. Then your eyes start to take control. But yeah, and you know what? I can definitely tell it with not only your score that you almost bogeyed the whole 9 holes. It was how the ball was rolling. It was clean. It was not hopping. I don't know. It was like last week or whatever we played. You had this long putt. And this freaking putt was hopping off. I'm like, what did he do? Yeah. Because, of course, you're hitting it a little bit harder, but it still has to be that same smooth roll. You know? And so, good luck, and I hope you stick with it and see how where it takes you.
Putting is definitely the biggest part of my game that I need to improve because not that I'm not never gonna say I'm good with my irons and I don't need to improve. You're always looking for to improve somewhere. But right now, my weakest area is putting.
Yeah.
And it's very evident that that's where you pick up that's where you score. Mm-hmm. That's where you score with chipping around the green and putting.
Yeah, if you could start sinking one putts around, so that's how you're going to know. I mean, over the years, I would say that I'm not a three putter. Every once in a while, I'm like, damn, I three putted.
Yeah.
Always two putt, but I'm never one putting.
Yeah.
I'm never consistently getting a bunch of one putts, except for that one round when I was playing really good.
Right.
And I do want to mention that when we played the other day, I only had five points. I was on target with my putts. They were just misread, to go in the hole.
Right.
But they went where I wanted to. So I was happy with what I did. The result just didn't give me...
I remember you saying it was a pretty five. It was a pretty five for the front nine. You were happy with the way you played. The putts just weren't sinking.
Yeah. Had that one birdie, which I was really happy with.
I know you came out hot. I think it was the second hole.
Second hole.
Birdied, and we're like, uh-oh. The old man's gonna take us, and then you just
and of course
you fell apart.
But it was good. That was really good.
What else? What else happened this past weekend? Friday evening, I went down to the Golden Pheasant, South Jersey. Met up with some guys from Rowan. That was a lot of fun. More of a fun round of golf, just out to mess around. Wasn't really looking to score, but I did notice something.
What'd you notice?
The more distractions, the harder it is to play golf. And it is very evident. For one, we're catching up, so we're talking the whole time. We're joking. We're FaceTiming some guys in just to say hi. We had cigars, and the cigar screwed me up tenfold. And it had nothing... It was just like I was always holding the cigar. And then you get your club, grab the cigar, run over to the ball... Put a club down, lay the cigar on the club, then go hit the ball. Then pick it. You're just always doing this dance with the cigar.
Right, something else going on.
And at one point, I think it was like on the 7th or 8th hole, I lost the cigar. Like whatever happened, I'm like, oh shoot, where is that thing? As soon as I lost that cigar, I started playing so much better. It was like just another thing I had to think about.
Right.
And it totally screwed me up.
Yeah, and it's not your thing, right? So it's just something.
I never smoked a cigar, but it was more of, like I said, a fun round, and it really made me realize the least amount of distraction is the better. I don't want wristwatches. I don't want anything in my pockets. I don't want to carry anything. Just give me the club and the ball, and let me walk too. We were riding. I think that's the other piece.
Oh yeah,
riding.
Without a doubt.
We're zipping up to the ball. Get up, hit. If you could walk. Stay focused. Get ready to hit your shot. I find that I play a lot better.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Hey, look at that. And I learned how to work this thing out. So, wow, 18 minutes, just way too short, but pretty cool. So, I mean, the only thing, I guess we're going to see everybody at the next one talking about the PGA Championship coming up.
PGA Championship comes up this weekend. We're going to do a fun fantasy golf tournament.
Yep.
We'll explain all of the details on Thursday morning.
Great.
Cheers, Doug.
Hey, good luck. Enjoy the week.
Have a good week.